Some years ago, there was a kind and generous man whispering to the belly of a young woman, eager to meet the life growing inside, but unfortunately, we never met. He made this walking stick, something my father held dear, and eventually passed down to me. I decided to follow his hands, even though I never had the chance to see them at work. And so, here I am, making my own stick. I can't ask them if I'm doing it right, but somehow I feel like whatever I do, it will be okay. I'll add the thread of my life to the braid where there's already light. Sure, it will have different shades, yet like a voice joining a choir, it will harmonize perfectly, because their voices have always been with me in every step of my life, and now more than ever, I can feel them guiding my hands and my intuitions. I will use two different woods, hazel for the body of the stick and linden for the handle, both coming from the necessary pruning of these trees that are part of my green family. We share something deeply beautiful and powerful, our trees and our arts. Among others, my grandfather planted two hazel trees a long time ago and used to make his sticks with their youngest branches while sitting under their warm shade. Under those same canopies, just some year after, I grew up eating their fruits and playing with them. When I was just a baby, my father planted two young linden brothers who now stand as tall and glorious guardians. Over the years, they have been pruned in some questionable ways, so recently we began a slow process of restoring their natural and healthy shape. These give me the chance to collect some branches with really interesting forms. For the carved handle, I'm using the weird linden branch, because linden trees have a soft wood which in fact is prized for carving and woodcraft. They have a classic upright shape and unfortunately they are cut down completely to get their wood. So I consider myself really lucky about these branches because I'm not comfortable in buying harvest wood for making art and I use only collected and reclaimed wood. I'm using the long straight hazel branch for the body of the stick because, as you probably already know, hazel trees are large shrubs branched at the base, producing new long and straight branches each year. They have long been used and favored for making various objects thanks to this peculiarity. All my life, I've been told about this sweet man who was counting the days, standing between us and the moment we'd finally meet. He never got to that moment, but in the years, I understood that in some ways, it didn't matter. I got to know him hearing the stories about his crafting and his brilliant personality. I found him in his roses, growing lush and fragrant, and climbing the branches of his trees as a little girl would climb onto the legs of her granddad. And I'm sure he got to know me all along my life because in more than one way, I could feel his presence. I learned so much about him just watching my father, And I could contemplate something really precious that just now, after recently losing my father, I truly understand. We are an unrepeatable result of our unique traits mixed with the wisdom and love we received from the ones who came before us, even the ones we didn't get the chance to meet. We carry them within us in every gesture that is a living memories of those amazing people. They live in the habits we inherit, in the little everyday things and in the exceptional ones. They live in the place they loved and made us love as well, and in everything they taught us. We can find them in the rhythm of manual work, something often older than memory. If we slow down, we can feel that when we create, we are never truly alone and we are part of a continuum, an unbroken thread where knowledge is not only taught, but felt and embodied. And I think that this is where the deepest form of belonging resides. We carry an emotional and cultural heritage that reveals itself in the care we put into what we do, in the respect we develop for time, for materials, for processes that cannot be rushed. We learn to be humble and feel connected, recognizing that what flows through us is not just our own voice, but a chorus. It's not about me and now, it's about us beyond time. In adding our note to it, we are not only preserving what was, but we are gently shaping what will be. And that's the moment when we move from being receivers to becoming givers. It's a priceless lesson of humbleness and generosity we are receiving. In the beginning, Eru, the one who in the Elvish tongue is named Ilúvatar, made the Ainur of his thought, and they made a great music before him. In this music, the world was begun, for Ilúvatar made visible the song of the Ainur, and they beheld it as a light in the darkness. Many among them became enamored of its beauty, and of its history which they saw beginning and unfolding as in a vision. Therefore, Iluvatar gave to their vision being, and set it amid the void, and the secret fire was sent to burn at the heart of the world, and it was called Ea.